Welcome back everyone, I'm Craven and this is Trails to Azure. We are back on the Merkaba and we are almost ready to go to Armorica village as our last destination outside of Crossbell. But before we do that, there is one thing, well, two things I want to do. One, take a little bit of a nap for using our CP, and after that, just deliver our 3 extermination quests that we did and gain those points.
お疲れ様です。それでは報告を受けたまわりますね。はい、お疲れ様でした。ふふ、さすが皆さんで。報告は以上ですね。
I was hoping, but like I said in the last episode, I did not expect the rank to go up one more.
また依頼を達成したらよろしくお願いします。
But still, very good result. Perfect. Alright, that means that we have only one place left to go. And that is Armorica village. And of course after that we're gonna go to Crossbell and I think while we're in Armorica, which location we're gonna go to first. I have an idea. Well, I've been looking for a way to deal with the pleroma grass in these lotus fields. Problem is, the moment you weed it out, it grows right back. If only we could rid of it altogether. Agreed, removing those plants should be a top priority, seeing as they are known to cause cryptids to appear. Yeah, I'm gonna try some things out for now and see if I can make any progress. Oh, by the way, there's something I want you all to know. It's time. I'm ready to set a date and tie the knot with Pearl. I haven't actually brought it up to her yet, with everything going on, but preparations are already on the way. Oh my, congratulations to you both. Thanks. I think this latest round of drama reminded me how much I love her. She's the one I'm fighting to protect. You'll get your invitation once the date is set. I hope you can make it. Oh, wouldn't miss it for the world. I've kept Pearl waiting for long enough. I'm finally ready to set a date and get married. For me, being a brazier isn't just about protecting Crossbell. I've always been fighting to protect her too. Protecting his happiness. Oh, I'm happy for him. I hope she says yes, and I think the chances are really good in that regard. Let's be honest. None of us could have expected things to take a turn like this. Crossbell's burgeoning growth as a trade city and forceful bid for independence have stirred up the entire continent. It's possible that this is all a retribution for pursuing so much wanton innovation with little to no regard for tradition. Well, even then, that's no reason to just sit back and accept it for what it is. Say this is really a trial from Adios. She could be testing us to see if we can overcome it. Maybe so. Perhaps it's time I change my rigid ways of thinking. Well, that giant tree is putting all of the villagers on edge, and although the president was arrested, that blue grass hasn't left our fields, and cryptids still roam the highway. I'll advise the villagers to remain cautious. We're not through the storm just yet. No, we're not. Unless we deal with the tree, with Kia, things are not going away. Harold returned to the city earlier today. Now Derek and I are discussing how best to guide the village moving forward. We could have used Harold's expertise for a while longer, but I understand why he had to leave. He said he had other places he wanted to help. It wouldn't have been fair of us to ask him to stay. No. Because Harold genuinely wants to help everyone, as much people as he can. And then you have no right to hold him back, and he knows that. Oh, looking at the other-looking tree makes me awfully uneasy. I can't afford to be frozen in fear. Though, Derek and Tolta are working hard for the village, and I need to support them. I'm sure you're doing that, really. But they have to come to a decision on what's best for the town. Personally, I would say hunker in and wait it out. Wait till the tree is gone and then make your move. Cause depending on how we get out of this, That will determine what will happen next to the country, to Crossbell. Angie, I'm seeing things, or is that a gigantic tree in those wetlands over yonder? What in tarnation is happening? How is a man supposed to farm like this? Pull yourself together, Donald. You need to be the man of the house at times like these. For Camille's and Polly's sake. Donald has a bit of a yellow streak, so I have to light a fire under him from time to time. When the going gets tough, it's on us to dig deep and push our way through. Angie is right, ain't she? How are the villagers supposed to get food if us farmers don't farm? True. And you can overcome this. It's just another challenge as a farmer. The grown-ups are all freaking out, but I think that tree is the coolest thing ever. Climbing up something that big would be super duper fun, I bet. Colin went home to the city with his dad, but he promised to come back and play again someday. A message tree popped out of nowhere, but Camille and Polly are as relaxed as ever. Still, that's one of the reasons I like them so much. I have to be ready to reel those two in, though, if anything bad happens. True. Because if you're not scared of things, your body isn't holding you back in case something bad happens. You just start looking like, that's amazing. So yeah, pull them back when it's time. I know you can do it. And being a friend like that in a group of friends is a good one to have. So everybody can have fun and one person can take the responsibility when it goes awry. I was afraid Jake would buckle under pressure when the tree appeared, but thanks to Harold's advice, he looks more motivated than ever before. My grandson's finally managed to find his mercantile spirit deep down. As long as he has that, I think he'll be just fine. Jake finally managed to find his mercantile spirit deep down. As long as he hang on to it, he'll be fine. I'm not sure what will happen to Crossbell, but after seeing my grandson take the initiative, I can live without any regrets. Mr. Hayworth gave me some advice before he left. In times like these, our business to do good business for the good of all. He was right. If Ron and Graham's store can help this village, then I'm gonna give it everything I got. Good on you. I'll definitely do that. Alright, there's a few more places to go. Oh, I never used to pay much mind to Keith's advances, but he surprised me this time. Can't believe I'm saying it, but he's more of a man than I give him credit for. Guess I owe the guy an apology for cracking up at him. Truth be told, Academy can make heads or tails out of the tree, but it's not gonna stop me from protecting Celie no matter what. I told her that and she laughed right in my face. Celie can laugh as much as she wants, but I meant when I said I'm going to protect her no matter what. Hey, that's what you gotta do when danger pops up. Got to protect the people you care for. Well, between the occasional cryptid and that tree showing up, traveling the highways is still a little dicey. That didn't stop Harold from leaving though. He promised to bring back a book I'd like the next time he comes. Isn't it just like him to be so thoughtful? I can hardly wait for his next trip here. Harold got some fine taste, so I'm sure he'll bring something that suits my fancy. I do hope he's careful though. It's still dangerous out on the highways. Well, the tree put my jaw right on the floor, that's for sure. Still, when things get this flabbergasting, it's important to take a step back from it all and decompress. Speaking of which, Warner priest and sister checked in a little while ago. I think I'll bring them some coffee later. Ah. Ries? Kevin? Maybe. Let's have a check ourselves. I'm pretty sure it's them, but we won't know unless we have a chat. Oh, Harold and his family returned to the city. I was just getting to know Sophia, so I was sad to see them go, but I understood why they had to. Yeah. There are things to be done at a time like this. Wait, is that Ries? So this is where you two have been. The SSS. Sup, Wuzzy? Lloyd, how's it going? Oh, we heard about your victory. Yeah, big ups for shooting that high flying Aeon out of the sky. Is it truly a spectacular feat? Well done. Huh, thanks. We didn't exactly come out of it unscathed though. I had to go all out, so I'm pretty drained right now. It's gonna keep me a bit to recharge. Abbas did mention something about that. The power you have comes at a great cost, correct? Let me guess. You channeled your stigma power into the macabre and released it all at once? Oh, Kevin. How reckless can you get? The last thing the Crossritter needs is for the 5th spot to be vacant again. It was that dangerous? It was. Stigmas are a source of forbidden power that is difficult for the human body to contain. There's a limit on how much of it can be released at one time. A Dominion would never be so foolish or reckless as to push that limit. Not a responsible one anyway. Sheesh, Ries, I said I was sorry. Give me a break already, will ya? Oh, she really got your number. The Crossritter's dominions are a far cry from what I've heard about them. In other news, how about our last second twist down in the wetlands, huh? The Azure tree, a miracle born of mankind's obstinance. It's unthinkable that any being apart from Idios could manifest something like that. And at its core is Kia's power. That's right. In all honesty, we have yet to come in terms with it ourselves. But even still, we plan to close this case our way. This is personal for us. Not just as the SSS, but as Kia's family. I never doubted it. You made your stance pretty clear the last time we were face to face. Our Macabre is gonna be out of commission for a while. We'll come lend you a hand though, if we can get it back up and running. Oh, and even if we don't, I know Idios will be protecting you, so be careful everyone. You got it, Ries. We'll just be going then. Oh, during Sunday school, Kia would always talk about how much fun she was having with you all. Perhaps as squire of the Crossritter such as myself, we shouldn't be interjecting her personal feelings, but I want nothing more than for you to bring her home and put that smile back on her face. Thank you, Ries. Hers is a smile worth protecting. Our Macabre is going to be out of commission for a while. We'll come lend you a hand though, if we can get it back up and running. Oh, and was he? You better not do anything crazy out there. Take it from me, blow through your power all at once and it's gonna hurt. If it doesn't outright kill you, that is. Right. I'll take it to heart. Oh yeah, before I forget. Take this, Lloyd. And another shard. Does this with Joshua. Yo, for real? Hey, where did you get this? I found it where the Aeon crashed. It probably broke off on impact. I picked it up thinking you might be able to put it to good use. Maybe you will, maybe you don't. But go ahead and have it anyway. Well, if you insist. Thanks, Father Kevin. Armorica was going to be out of commission for a while. We'll come lend a hand though, if we can get it back up and running. Good luck out there, guys. Well, thank you very much. How many pieces do we have right now? Where is it actually? Oh, here. 4 pieces. Sounds good to me. Do wonder how many whole shards that will give us. Oh, they say the president was arrested in the city. A bracer made his way over to the village the moment travel restrictions were lifted. Given everything happening in Crossbell, we need to help one another now more than ever. Yeah, and he's doing his best to find things to help. Definitely. Just what on the goddess green earth is that there tree over in distance? It don't matter which way you slice it, just stay normal. All I want is to take my drives in peace again. You're telling me those days are over forever? I'm sure someday your driving days will come back. Really. But for now, that's it for Armorica Village, so let's head back to our Macabre. And I think it's time that we went to Crossbell. I'm hoping that fast traveling within Crossbell is reinstated. Now with golems gone and everything like that. Because the region I would want to do first is the downtown district. And the reason for it is, I think we need to go to the trade shop in order to make proper ore of the shards. And Guillaume maybe to make the weapons out of it. So going to that area makes the most sense to me. Because that way we can see how many weapons we can get, how many shards. And see if there is more. Because if we can make 2, that would be great. If we don't even have enough for 1, then we know we have to find more pieces. So it can give us information. And between this episode and the next one, I can then spend the time going everywhere, finding more of those shards. And of course, when I do, try to record them. So for now, let's see if we... Yes, it's working again. So let's talk to everyone here first. And check up on the trading shop. Oh, my old man gets all weird when he's not drunk, so I went and bought him some booze. Go back to drinking your whole life away, you worthless old bastard. Wang got his dad drunk on purpose. It's kind of funny though, huh? Still, kind of gonna miss seeing sober Uncle Pekkas. Well. Oh no, just where did that giant tree spring up from? That blue glow is so ethereal, I can only assume it's not of our world. Why, it almost feels like a gateway to Aidios' eternal kingdom. Maybe it is. Maybe it's one of the signs to get there. As the end goal of the entire series. Which is still in progress, of course. The Brazier Guild allowed me to use of their international phone line, so I could talk with Emmett and Armand and Ellie and Liberal. It sounds like there's some trouble there too, but nothing compared to what's happening in Erebonian and Calvard. Things are going to be chaotic in Crossbell for a while, but I'm grateful to hear they're all alright. Yeah, I hope it stays alright there too, but we still have a lot of story there to do too. Oh, no, we won't hear her. All the thoughts from the local gangs have banded together to protect the downtown district. We used to have to keep our distance from the little altercations in the square, but it turns out those kids are actually pretty reliable. For the first time ever, we're really coming together as a community. Yeah. And to think that Walt leaving would be part of what made that happen. And let's be honest, the reason that they're doing this right now is, yes, Walt leaving definitely was a push in that direction, but at the core, both of them want to protect the downtown district. And I think that's why they're coming together so well. Oh wait, we are in Rixia's room and we have Rixia in her backup party. Daddy, are you leaving for work again? Sure am. Construction site just reopened. I know you must be worried, Lima, but I need you to watch the house with Mommy, okay? Okie dokie. Have a good day, Daddy. Off I go then. It's a little embarrassing when she does that, but heck if it doesn't keep me motivated. Alright, there's no time to worry about what ifs and maybes. Gotta get back out there and continue supporting my family. Yeah, the best thing you can do. Oh, something about that giant blue tree rubbed me the wrong way. My husband works outdoors, so I'm sure he feels the same way. I wish there was some way I could be there for him. You already are. You're taking care of your kid. And that puts his mind at ease as he's trying to gain the cash needed to support his family. It's a team effort. And Bacchus is gone again. Probably stuck in some bar. Maybe with the Testament? We can rest easy, as long as both our gangs keep an eye on things downtown. Speaking of which, it's time for us to make another lap around the block. We're working with the Testaments to patrol the area. If anyone's loitering or getting up to no good, we'll knock them into next week. Where the shit did that tree come from? Hell if I know what's going on anymore. You never did, let's be honest. Oh, Trinity is finally open for business again, and the fact that everything is so messed up is exactly why it's important to keep our daily lives going. Plenty of people will be looking to wash away their worries, I'm sure. Give it your best, alright? Thanks, Bozzy. You do the same. Serena and Eugene are rooting for me, so I've got to get on the ball and stay there. You already proven your worth by working here, definitely. A lot of people were sent to hospital after the mist let up. I tried calling my dad to check in on him, and he actually found the time between his busy rounds to pick up. I'm going to do what I can to show him that he's not the only one working hard. I never guessed that Wazzy and Abbott belonged to the church. I kind of feel like I don't even know you anymore. Don't be like that. I'm the same person I ever been. No need to act otherwise. In fact, you could say that the real Wazzy Hemisphere was leading the testaments all along. Really? Oh, that made me feel a little better then. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of his personality was already out there. Despite the things he couldn't tell them because of circumstances. Just as the president arrested, the giant eyesore tree popped up. Timing's a little too good by my count. And with that barrier down, we're now wide open for the two major powers. Talk about a rock and a hard place. Things are getting interesting around here. It's a good day to be an arms dealer. Figures you'll be thinking about the bottom line over anything else. Maybe we'll make a few exchanges ourselves. Business is booming again now that the two major powers are breathing down our necks. Things are getting interesting around here. It's a good day to be an arms dealer. Oh, I'm pretty sure it is. Hey guys, you know what the black cat character? Black cat character? Oh, you must be referring to Kagamaru. Yeah, that's the one. I'm looking for merch of his. If you find any, bring it to me. Got it? Got it. Sunshine Agnes. Kagamaru hood, haori, and sandals. Okay, if I ever find them, I will get the last book. I honestly thought that I could use the shards here. Oh well, maybe at Gilliam. Hey, you think I can't see you back there? The basement storeroom for staff only, you heard that? If you want to buy something, do it at the corner. Ah, come on, we're so far away. You should let us see what's in the basement, I'm just very curious. Man, I cannot believe what's going on out there. Makes me wish there was more I could do to give you kids a hand. If I only had some of the good stuff. The good stuff? Ah, I'm talking about the Sumerian ore, my friend. It's a metal that's sometimes found in ruins from the ancient civilizations. Over a year ago, some famous professor perfected a process for refining the stuff. He made some primo gear out of it. If I could get my hands on some, I'll be able to make you the top-of-the-line weapons I've been drafting up. Top of the line, huh? You'd do that for us? We do have a dire need for greater firepower given the circumstances. Well, I could crank them out in a wink of an eye if I had the materials. I think 5 small shards of the stuff should be enough for one. Sumerian ore, huh? I think I actually have some shards on the front earlier. Ah, what's to look for? You figure out the lead on where to get a hold of some? In that case, I start prepping to have those weapons made. Talk to me again once you've cut a Sumerian ore. 5 shards will work just fine too. I'll get to forging the second you do. Got it. Thanks, Mr. Guillaume. Okay, so we got 4 pieces. And he says he needs 5. Means we have to find 1 more. And I have a pretty good idea where we can find that last piece. And it's probably where we fought the White Aeon. So it should be the top of Orcus Tower, right? And if I'm right, we'll be back and see what he can make for us. Is it in here? Anything with a Sumerian ore? No. Well, I still hope that we can choose which weapon he's gonna make. At least the person is for. It's like the whole world is ending. But you know what? Seeing that big blue tree makes me want to do my part to help too. Everyone will have a little less to worry about if the city's cleaner. That is true. So keep on cleaning away. Jet and the others are finally pitching in again. Even if he kinda messed everything up, Walt's still our guy. He's the boss and that means something to us. So make sure you bring him back, okay? We're counting on you. Well, if we can get the drugs away from him, eventually he'll need to detox. And that's when we bring him back. I still haven't forgiven Walt, not for a second. But even then, I gotta admit, the Saber Fibers was some of the best fun I ever had. These guys look up to me as one of their leaders. That's the reason enough to keep this place standing. yeah. Turning my back on the bullshit out there, no clue what's going on, but ain't got time to care. Woohoo, seeing all those troubles away, yeah. Well, Jet and Luganov are in charge of the gang until Walt got back. We all gotta stick together if we're gonna keep the Saber Vipers alive. Well, that is true. Or you can join the Testaments and make one big mutual gang in this area. Not that most of them would ever want to, but I do think that's a good idea. And with that, we've talked to everyone in the downtown district, and we now know we need at least one more shard. 6 will be better, but at least one. Oh, Master's motto is that everyone is happier on a full stomach. When Ruth and me eventually start our business, everything he's taught us is gonna carry over, I just know it. Always keep looking. Well, if it isn't Detective Bennings and his colleagues, how are you? Cow? What are you doing here? Is there something strange about us coming to Long Lao for a bite to eat? With the city calming down, what better time is for a relaxing meal? Still kind of ballsy, don't you think? Oh, even if you took the middle table for anyone who walks in to see. Well, I was not comfortable with it myself. However, if it was the waitress who seated us here, and Master Cao did not refuse. And don't team me some brazen malcontent trying to flaunt his newfound freedom. All we want is to eat our meals in peace. I feel we've earned it. The Liberation mission was the first time in a while that we fought the Red Constellation with such gusto. Well, as far as that goes, you have our thanks for helping. So what do you plan to do from now? We intend to observe what happens next until things return to normal. Once we have a handle on what Crossbell's immediate future will look like, we'll find a new headquarters or resume our business. I was afraid of that. It's only natural. Ravage is gone and soon the Red Constellation will be out the door as well. There has never been a better time for Heiyu. This has been long overdue, but after much toing and froing, we're finally nearing our goal of having full control of Crossbell's underworld. And it would not have been possible without the tireless work of your collaborator, Master Jin. Then it's only a matter of time before Heiyu and the SS clash again, isn't it? Perhaps so, but I'm looking forward to it all the same. Just know that if you intend to be the next barrier in our way, Cao, don't count on being the first one to stop us. Oh, I have a feeling you would say something like that effect. But I would hardly call me and my men a barrier in the sense that you know it. Not compared to the chaos in Armorica, nor the noose to the west that will soon be tightened around Crossbell's neck. A little dramatic, don't you think? Oh, not at all. In the meantime, I wish your team luck in tackling this Azure tree business, Detective Bennings. We of Heiyu will be in your corner. Over in the shadow, of course. Dubious as ever. This reminds me, I've been considering making you another contract offer once this matter is settled. That is, if your availability is open, Miss Mao. It is true that I owe you a great deal, and I do intend to repay you. But even so, I cannot commit to such an arrangement at this time. You tell him, Rixia. I see. Well, we won't coerce you into it. And as far as recent events are concerned, I consider them a collaborative effort, so you don't need to feel indebted to us. Nevertheless, if you insist on making recompenses, I would turn down the S section seats to Arc and Seal performances. A joke, I assure you. Personally, I don't think that's a joke. Those tickets are really hard to come by. So yeah, if he just flips them and resells them, he could make a good chunk of change. But I think he might want to see it. As I've mentioned, Heiyu requires your strength to fulfill our lofty ambitions. So if you purchasing a ticket out of the pocket is what it takes for us to be on good terms, then so be it. Becoming enemies will maybe inevitable, but I look forward to our clashes with the SS all the same. Will we actually, in a sequel, if there's a part where we do control Lloyd and the gang, which I'm pretty sure there is, will we get back to clashing with Heiyu at some point? No. We're starting up our shipping businesses again. Up until now, our routes have typically been to and from Calvard, but we'll have to make do delivering within the state lines for a while. But it's all the same job in the end. Long as we work hard as we ever have, things will sort themselves out. Oh, you look like you're about to go somewhere super dangerous. I wish you wouldn't, but I know I can stop you, Rixia. I'll be right here waiting for you, so you better come back safely. I will, I promise. Hey, should have known Master would insist on opening back up today, even with the frigatry over in the distance. I've been worried about my mom over in Calvard, but honestly, Erebonian probably has it worse, what with the Civil War and all. I shouldn't be letting my thoughts wander though. More business hours means more time to learn everything Master has to teach. It almost sounds like by the end of everything, these guys are gonna start a franchise of this place. Maybe even over in Calvard. I've had enough of this recent chain of events in Crossbell. No good will come of panic though. As such, we will remain open. Someone needs to chop that blue tree down, so I can go back to running Long now in peace. Hey, if that's the only reason, I'm all for it. Well, I'm sure working our hardest through this crisis will be a useful experience for the future. Me and Buck plan on opening a big, successful shop someday, but for now, we gotta focus on what's in front of us. Alright, time to clean up this place until it looks brand spanking new. And I'm sure the owner will be very happy you did that. Alright. Oh, I understand why my hubby is worried after all that happened, but to think he'd come help me at my stall. I guess I do feel a bit safer though. Might well put him to work and get some sales out of it. Mort must have nerves of steel. Anybody else would have been closing shop at a time like this. Then again, that tenacity is one of the reasons I fell in love with her. I can imagine. Me, my dad and my brothers are all worried about Mom going out alone, so we're taking turns shopping with her. It's a little inconvenient, but something happened to Mom, we'd all gone down in the ship. I feel like I'm finally starting to realize how much I appreciate her. Bit on the late side since we are 2 games in, but I do appreciate the sentiment. Oh, the men of the house have begun treating me a bit more respectfully lately. How many years has it been since I last went shopping with Gilead? I know these things are tense right now, but little moments like these are still worth enjoying. I can imagine. Oh, welcome, one and all. Din's Fresh is open for business today. Fresh veggies will help us overcome this crisis in better health than ever before. It feels like the city's returning to usual hustle and bustle again. I have to do my part and kickstart the economy by buying up as much as I can. Okay, time to plan out our new shopping route and maximize those savings. Tin's plan to overcome this is to eat more vegetables. I'd like to know where he gets his optimism from. Still, I guess it's that part of him that brightens everybody's day. Maybe that's what being a street vendor is all about in the end. I'm sure it's part of it. Oh, I'm glad everything at Crossbell's back to normal. Well, mostly anyway. We'll still get those mysterious tree looming in the distance, but hey, I'm sure we'll find a way to manage. Maybe I'll whip up some new handicrafts to relax. Yeah, make some small Azure trees, why not? To be honest, I will buy it. President Claw has been apprehended. The head of state has been arrested. Like this is particularly unheard for. What's going to happen to Crossbell now? Even if President Claw is out of the picture, we still have Speaker McDowell. I can't think of any man more capable of restoring peace to Crossbell. Well, he is one of the potential candidates, but he needs really to be screened before he goes into office, cause first with Dieter, Grimwood suddenly come out of the woodworks being evil. I know, he's family to Ellie, but I cannot handle if we put Speaker McDowell on the front line and he starts out to be evil as well. Yeah, there are limits to what we can handle, right? Especially Ellie. Ooh, Lloyd looks really sad. He should stop being such a wee-wat and play with me instead. Well, the president gets apprehended, an ominous blue tree pops out of nowhere. When are we ever gonna catch a break? All I want is for things to go back to the way they were. Yeah, what's wrong, boy? Nothing, don't worry about it. Yeah, being a big brother and trying to carry the burden all by himself. Oh, I got really scared when I saw that big tree outside. But as he said he'd do something about it, and that made me feel better. He may be my bro, but I don't think even he can make that tree go away. Still, I'm glad he wanted to cheer me up. Wait, he tried. He really did. And even though he knows he cannot beat the tree, it did make you feel a bit better. Azel went back to the downtown district a little while ago. The old man would have been upset at him for leaving us again so soon. But I know he just wants to look out for his friends and everyone else in the neighborhood. Yeah, I do think so too. Oh, if only my husband was still with us. Osman would have chosen to fight for what was right until the very end. That was his pride as a guardsman. Please, Special Support Section, keep watching after Noel and Fran. My daughters are in your care. You can work them as hard as you like until you resolve this crisis. Oh, trust me. With an endorsement like that, we'll work them to the bone. And then some. The door's locked. It seems that the tenant has already vacated the place. Oh, father seems excited to be going back to work. I'm happy for him. What about you, Mary? Yeah? Well, the company I work for closed after the IBC building went down, but we recently rented a small office space and opened up again. It's been a while though, so I'll need to shake off the rust. Still, I'm eager to get back to providing for our family. Mary included, of course. Oh, it's a relief to know Cindy and Sophia's family are safe. That isn't the end of things though. Oh, how I wish life was going to go back to normal soon. No. Normality? I don't think it's coming back for Crossbell. Alright, a few more buildings left. Oh, hey there, kiddos. Congrats on cuffing the president. Talk about a big catch, huh? Well, thanks, Michelle. It wouldn't have been able to make it inside the first place without the guild's help. It was our teamwork that paved the way for the mission's success. Oh, please, it was nothing. We've been wanting to do something about the situation for a while. You showing up was just the windfall we needed. And because of you, the guild is finally able to go back to business as usual. Oh, that would explain why you're the only ones downstairs. Yep, with the barrier down and the city clear, most everybody has gone off to check on the other parts of the state. We were locked inside for long that we practically drowned in requests. But boys and girls are going to be busy. Our sincerest condolences. Yeah, we'd like to lend a hand, but you know. Oh, don't worry about it. We'll be holding down the fort around here. In exchange, you go handle that tree that sprouted out of the wetlands for us. I know it's special. And personal. The way I see it, the divides the work up perfectly. Well, I guess you're right. Kia and Arios are over there, and we're going to do everything in our power to bring them back. Oh, and there's that SSS can-do attitude. I shouldn't have told you not to underestimate Arios though. He is a tough cookie. After competing with him for almost a year, you should know that better than anyone. Now go smack some sense into him, and give him an extra one from me. Glad to. Right. Yeah, we did see, well, most, if not all, bracers out in the city. Not counting Arios, of course. Because Arios, we know where he is, and we'll meet with him at some point. Oh, you were amazing earlier, Klika. Seeing the Titan Skull's flying swallow with my own two eyes was nothing short of enlightening. Oh, if not often, I get to brandish my chakrams, but it went better than I expected. I can tell you've been training hard yourself, Lynn. Compared to our spar 8 years ago, you're a brand new martial artist, a much more capable one at that. Oh, hardly. My technique has ways to go. I'm nowhere near the level of mastery you and Zin have achieved, so much as I'd like to be. Being a dedicated pupil is a good start, though. At the rate you're growing, you may be able to move the immovable in another year or so. He has yet to overcome his weakness for fair and tender maidens. Well, your sharp tongue could make even an A-ranker brace like him look bad, Kilika. That is true. She does know the words. Oh, excellent job earlier, everyone. Likewise, Kilika. Thanks for offering to lend a hand. Yeah, you and Lecter kicked some serious ass back there. Oh, please, it was nothing. Putting that aside, I scarcely expected any of this Azure tree business. How has Calvard responded to the situation? Well, the Republican government is in shock. It is visible from Altair as well, you see. But without any knowledge of what the threat may pose, they've decided to sit back and observe. I can't divulge any more than that. Well, I suppose that's fair. Oh, I plan to remain here until I have a full assessment on what's going on. What path Crossbell takes from today on remains to be seen. No doubt it will be largely dependent on your actions. Spare yourself the regret and do something that you believe to be right. Our attention from the start. Thank you again, Kilika. Alright. I think that will be it here. Don't know what I wanted to check in the stats though. There was something in my mind, but I lost it. Well, I'll figure it out before long and I'll check it then. Oh, I was finally able to get in touch with my friends and family in Armorica village. There's still plenty to be worried about, but hearing from them was a huge relief. Oh, I can imagine that. Yeah, so many good stuff. We're not gonna use it a lot anymore, is it? There's absolutely nobody around anymore. Oh, the president has been arrested, but where do we go from here? There's still so much more left for the people of Crossbell to overcome. All of us who call this place home need to come together and show unity. Then we can take a step in the right direction. We can. Our lives may be back to normal, but Crossbell still has a slew of other problems to deal with. With our diplomatic relations severed, merchants across the state will begin to run out of stock. I'll need you to reach out to Speaker McDowell so the two of us can work together at some solutions. Yeah, maybe. But let us first deal with the Azure tree. Really. Alright, that is 2 districts down in Crossbell. Means we still have plenty to go. But I think after this, let's just go to the harbor district and then follow the line all the way around until we're at the, well, center square. And then after that's done, then we can slowly go towards our destination. But for now, I wish you a great night, morning, day, wherever you are. And if you're still here, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and be back next time as we maybe complete our rounds of Crossbell before heading to the Azure tree. See you then. Bye bye.